Hello. Welcome back to my TikTok series of interesting things I see that happen on TikTok that I want to share here on YouTube, things that I've witnessed and just have a discussion about it. So today we're talking about Slot Machine Queen, aka Slot7, aka Slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, all and every time she gets banned, she just creates a new account. So this one's Slot 6.0. This is which she's her main account that she had that was a big account was Slot7, and that's been banned too. And we're gonna get into that, how she went from a DB advocate, from a DB victim slash survivor slash advocate to a prisoner to a felon. So I have witnessed all this go down. That's why I'm speaking on it and why I'm sharing it. I've actually had a conversation with Slot for almost an hour about another situation that I thought she went too far in. As someone that's been through DV as well and knows what it's like to have someone give out your private information online to instill fear in you, and trying to speak to her from an outsider looking in about how she's going too far on another woman who also says she's a DV victim survivor and who tries to keep her location as private as possible. And this Slot did everything she could to take that from her. And so I made videos about it saying it was wrong. Her friends started making videos, religion bashing me because I am a hoodoo practitioner, and started immediately going for my religion because that's all she had, because I didn't agree with what Slot was doing. So when she made that hateful video, and I said, Slot, your friend is being hateful and religion bashing. Do you agree with that? She's like, well, why don't you call me? Let's talk about it. So I called her and we spoke again for an hour, and I told her a whole rundown of what videos I made, exactly what I said, what I don't agree with what she's doing. That's exactly how I said it. Here's how you can find my videos. This is what all that. And we talked about it for about, like I said, almost an hour. And she still says she stands by what she does and what she did to this lady named Hippie Harley. And we'll just have to agree to disagree. And I'll get in that in a minute, but here's just a little bit of her energy, and she means this for sure.
I don't bother people until I am bothered, and then I take it too far.
And she does. She does. And the fact of with Hippie Harley, which I'll do a other video about that another time, she went to this little girl's home, like childhood home, took pictures of it, put it on TikTok, tagged her in it to like poke at her. She became friends with Hippie Harley's sister, brother, aunt, spoke to the mother, did interviews with all the family members on her channel, on her TikTok. She went out to eat to lunch with them, made road trips to go out to eat to lunch with Hippie Harley's family, went to her ex-husband's family member's gas station, and said, does this look familiar, Tabitha? Poking at her, just to let her know, like, I'm all in your life and all in your family business. Keep messing me on my out at all. And I talked to her about that. I told her she was too far. She did that. And she said, oh, it may be too far. She goes, but I just wanted her to know that she's not untouchable and she should watch what she says. So she wanted her to feel unsafe. And that's not okay as a DB advocate, or as from one woman to another. It's not okay. I witnessed, Hippie Harley was being assaulted. It was on a live stream. Sorry, Slot was on a live stream herself going at Hippie Harley. Hippie Harley came in the chat and was saying, just speaking about something, and Slot's like, why don't you get in one of these boxes, which is how the same as get on my stream with me, click the link, come on my panel for YouTube. She's like, why don't you get in one of these boxes? So Tabitha goes up there. That's her name, but she goes by both. Tabitha goes up there, and Tabitha says she's on the spectrum for autism. So she has issues understanding things and whatnot. And now this is her platform. She uses her platform for. So she goes up there and she's having an issue with the lady that she's staying with. And it turns into a physical altercation on the live stream. So Tab's on camera, Slot's on camera. They're talking. This lady comes in and they're arguing about how she doesn't want Tabitha there anymore, wants to kick her out. And Tab's like, I'm not going till I know a safe place to go. I'm trying to get out of here. I just can't go right now. She can't, because she doesn't have a car or anything. She's like, I can't go right now, but I'm going to leave. I just can't right now. And so this lady ends up picking up Tabitha's dog, which is her emotional support animal. And Tab starts screaming her head off, and it turns to a physical altercation. Tab says that she got hit. The other lady says Tabitha pushed her and broke her wrist and all sorts of things. Now, Slot's been trying to get Tabitha arrested for over a year, trying to get all these charges against her. And it's just all he says, she said, most of it. But it's a lot of it is how you view things. And no matter what, how people view this girl, this woman, no one should be putting her private information out there, sending things to her door, sending the cops to mess with her, doing fake welfare calls, messing with the family members, taking pictures of her childhood home and going to eat with her family members just to put, make her feel like she's all in your business. No one should be doing that to anybody. And that was the whole point of my videos. Anyways, after I talked to Slot, she was getting all this heat, people saying she was scamming people for all the money. So she claims she runs a nonprofit organization on TikTok. She gets all these donations. She said, I use my platform to donate to people. She's been nominated for a Cheer Choice Award, which is like the Grammys for people who use social media to do good. Like mamatot wins usually every year, but Slot has been there many times for her DV advocacy, helping people in DV situations by donating money. Well, all these people started adding up figures and realizing that money, she's getting more coming in that's going out. And so people started asking for receipts, and she started posting all these random receipts, and it wasn't matching up for all the money she was getting. Well, over time, a group of people got together and they started getting all their PayPal, CashApp, Venmo, everything, adding it all together and realizing she was getting hundreds of thousands of dollars. They thought it was just hundreds of thousands of dollars from people. That's just the people that came forward. The cops got involved. They told her, send me my money back. I sent you $20,000. One girl said, I sent you $20,000 at least. Send me my money back. You did not, unless you could show the proof that you sent that to victims or used it for good. I want all of it back. You lied to me. And so Slot didn't send it all back. She's like, okay, if you're not going to send it back, I have no choice to go to the cops. And other people like, I don't care what she tries to send. I'm going to the cops anyway. She's not going to do this to people anymore. So Slot it was a downward spiral. And it ended in, let me grab that for you. She did get arrested. And let me read to you what this says. And I'm not going to use her name because I'm not trying to, I don't want to put her in danger by putting her information out there. And that's all over the news and all over TikTok. Her full name, maiden name, middle name, everything's everywhere. But I'm not wanting to participate in doing that to another person. So it says, Alabama TikTok personality arrested in charity fraud. Sheriff says she collected nearly $1 million. And this just happened on December 12th, 2024. TikTok personality blank, Amy, I'll say her first name, 57, in Georgia, also known as Slot 7.0 or SlotMachineQueen, was arrested Wednesday for 7 counts of charitable fraud first degree and 3 counts of tax evasion, according to a release from the Limestone County Sheriff's Office. Now, Limestone County, she shares that herself, so it's not doxing anything, and I'll show you in a minute. Officers launched an investigation in October after receiving reports of charity fraud. The investigation revealed that between 2021 and 2024, solicited donations for a purported charity to aid domestic violence victims and homeless individuals. She requested that her followers send funds to her personal PayPal, CashApp, and Venmo accounts, claiming the donations would support the charitable cause. Over several years, Amy received substantial contributions from individuals across the United States and from various countries worldwide. During the investigation, it was revealed that no legitimate charity even existed under her name. Further research uncovered that no charity had been registered with the Alabama Attorney General's office. I said Georgia, it's Alabama. And she had not reported any employment since 2020. Since 2021, she has deposited nearly $1 million into her personal bank account under the guise of a charitable donation. As a result of the findings, probable cause was established to arrest her. Her bond had been set at $1,125,000. The investigation remains ongoing and additional charges may be forthcoming, the release said. In late September, TikTok account Trey Street posted a recording of Pastor Pettyclay's TikTok Live with multiple people who said they had been scammed by Slot, which he follows me, I follow him. They used to be somewhat cordial with each other, but when this got exposed, he's like, I'm not protecting her. I knew something was up with her. The Limestone County Sheriff's Office has urged anyone with information or concerns about potential fraudulent activity involving Slot to email them, and there's emails. So if you go enter Slot7 arrested, you can find all this information if you need it for yourself. I can't share that on YouTube. It's against TOS. But I have been in the lies where people on Reddit have been, and she has a Reddit called SlotMachineQueen, and you can find all the receipts of all the nasty stuff she was doing to people, how evil she was, the threats she was making. She was threatening to beat up Hippie Harley as well. She was threatening to beat her up. There's people in her chats, men, saying they were going to K Hippie Harley and Slot participated in those live streams and stay friends with these people and use these people. And even to the point that she tried to help facilitate to Hippie Harley going to live with a man that she barely knew. And she's like, I'll give you the money to go so you could have someone take you to North Carolina to go stay with this guy, even though the guy made it like he was just using her for clicks and views. She's like, I'll pay money for you to go to his place to live, because she wanted the entertainment for when it went south. So putting her in all this harm's way, she would participate in so much stuff that was messed up and evil, in my opinion, to Hippie Harley. And again, whether you like her or not, no one should be doing that to another female. And she's a female living alone with just her dog. And she's already got fear and paranoia as it is without any involvement of anybody else. So I was vocal about it and said how I was against it and wrong. And her whole crew started coming at me. And I was like, I don't care. Y'all are wrong for this. And when you get past your hate, you'll see how wrong this is. And since then, they've all realized they went too far. They got too wrapped up in it. Slot went too low. She did too much. Even Missy, her friend, said, when I made apologies, said she apologizes for helping Slot do anything that she never knew. She was a scammer and a thief. And she wants to issue apologies to anybody she's ever hurt, that she realized she got really mean being with Slot. And that's not the type of person she is and all that jazz. But Mamatot's even made videos, because her and Mamatot were friends and they bonded over their hate for Hippie Harley. And I was like, why is Mamatot getting involved? This is evil. This is too far. This is illegal, the stuff they're doing. You should get away from this, which she's finally away from it. But she was wrapped up in all these streams as well. They would host streams nightly going at Tabitha, Hippie Harley. And Mamatot normally would just be in the chat or in the bushes. She didn't really do much, but it didn't look good. So that's that. But when she says she will go further than the other person, she really does mean that. Clout chase is really hard. I had to mute that because I can't do any. I did not mean to do auto scroll. I cannot have mini music. But this is all just her going to music. So here's some receipts. She goes, this is what we've done just this week alone. $10 for a air mattress for a child. Sorry, $10 ain't gonna do nothing. Sorry, not sorry. She goes, just this week alone. Then she posts a receipt, y'all. This is her proving that she is a legitimate charity, and which we don't know who these go to. And yes, no, she doesn't need it out who they went to, honestly, but hopefully she has a receipt, because this is what I did for this week alone. And she's showing a receipt for $636 for a hotel for a victim. And the date is 2023. She's claiming in December. This is what she did in December, just a month ago, when this is actually in April 2023. So she's showing old receipts. Oh, you can't really see it. Hold on. Let's see here. It won't let me make it larger. I'm sorry. But it's a receipt for a hotel, and it's again $600 something. But let me show you what Mamatot has said about the ordeal. Because people are like, Mamatot, you told everybody she was safe. You vouched for her. What do you have to say now? And she only put up a little quick video, but I just hated that Mamatot participated in the hate of just one individual, especially someone who's vulnerable. Whether you believe it or not, they don't believe she's on the spectrum. That's not for anybody else to say. Unless you have a doctor say, I've tested her, asked her all the questions I need to, 100% she's not on the spectrum. Unless you could do that, you can't say she's not on the spectrum, in my opinion. But anyways, this was Mamatot's response. Again, I know it's a small video, but gotta follow fair use, y'all.
You know what sucks about being a good person? I'm just going to let you know, is that you absolutely try to see the good in absolutely everybody. And sometimes those everybody don't have no daggum good in them. You hear things about them, but you give them the benefit of the doubt because people lie on you, and you're so hypersensitive to that. You're like, yeah, they can lie on me, they can lie on you.
I get
so
that.
My heart is so big for people that just deal with stuff like that, because they do it to me and I don't even do anything. But every single time that I try to see the good in somebody, they end up not having a bit of dadgum good in them. Like, every time. And after this many times, I'm sitting here asking myself, like, why do I even try? Like, why do I even try to help? Why do I even try? I swear to goodness, I get used and abused more than anybody I know. I think 2020, take me back to 2020. 2025 is going to look a little different for me because I'm going to learn to say no. No, hell no. Nope. I'm going to learn to say no very easy.
Okay, so that was Mama Tot's views on the situation. Hold on, let's see what this is. See? This is what pissed me off. This, I'm going to show you, is what pissed me off. Now, I'm not going to tell you the location of this, so I'm not helping you with that. But she said she did not tag Hippie Harley or try to get her attention or hashtagged her anything. But this is what made me be like, Of
the gang stalking crew. This is our
She goes, this is our sign for the gang stalking crew.
gang sign. Look familiar, Tabitha? This is the house you grew up in. Remember?
It's evil.
Isn't it beautiful? Just like your childhood actually was.
Because she doesn't believe Hippie Harley was a victim of child abuse, which she said she was. So publicly saying she's never been a victim of DV at the hands of her ex-husband or her family, anybody in her family. She has cut off her entire family and has had them cut off for years. And this woman has come and made it where these people know her every move because she can't let go because she doesn't like Hippie Harley. She already said, that's not my family. I don't claim them. I don't want anything to do with them. I don't trust them. I'm scared of them. I don't want them to know anything about me. Again, whether you believe it or not, it's not for anybody. It's her decision to make as an adult. And she violated all those boundaries. So I guess if you live in a nice home, you can't be a victim of child abuse. Tell that to the Menendez brothers.
Pool in the backyard.
The ignorance.
What, Laura? A lot of good time.
Laura would be her aunt. Hippie Harley's aunt, not Slots. That now she's friends with.
Times we're having that pool right there.
So, like I said, a disgusting violation of privacy as a DV advocate, and everybody was coming for her saying you're a criminal, you're a scammer. There's no way you don't own there's no organization in your name. She goes, I have receipts, and she would show all this paperwork and documents, and they were fake all along, just so she could continue to get money. And she would threaten everybody who, if they tried to expose her and demand receipts and all this stuff. It was not, I do think she helped some people, but I think she only helped people to carry on the facade of she runs an organization. I'm grateful she helped anybody at all. That's great that she's helped some people, but $1 million you pocketed. Think of how much good could go toward victims of DV with $1 million. There could be 30, 40, 50 women that could start their lives over, buy a house, and you would still have money left over probably. No, not 50 people buy a house each, but like that money could have went through so much good, and you just pocketed it all. Insane to me. Anyways, that's how she went from TikToker, infamous, well-known TikToker, do-gooder, to, now I don't know if it's a felon, what she's done. I would think $1 million of theft would be a felony. I would assume so. I've never been in trouble with law, so I don't know. But I'm assuming that she's a felon now. But nonetheless, the trial has not happened yet. When there's updates, I will keep y'all posted. But if you enjoyed the stream, please let me know. Leave comments and then leave a comment. Hit the sub. Hit a like. Any support I appreciate and I'm grateful for. Thank you for being here, and I will see y'all next time.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will
lay dead? Will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one